Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 3 of this week's OMA World Touring Car Series, where today we're here back at Road Atlanta for the final race of the night. Starting P11 in this one with ballast. It's certainly going to be quite a difficult race at the end of the day here, but hopefully we can try and score some good points on the board anyway. I think this one is probably going to be damage limitation in all honesty, but we are ready though on the grid for the start of the final race of the night. I think we're going to be going at 3 minutes if I'm not mistaken, and it's, yeah, lights out and away we go there. Brandy responding very, very well to the lights, and of course just BMWs all around me means that we stand exactly zero chance as we make the run down into towards turn 1 there. The Chevy of phase intro is going to be able to have a look around the outside as well there. We're just going to try and keep it nice and tidy. One of the BMWs is off into the grass, not too sure how that happened, and we have a look back at the inside of phased as we head up the hill there. Everyone just trying to slot into positions off the start there. I think that's SC10 Raptors, who's made up about 6 places off the start because BMW as well there. But you can see as we head down the hill though, once more trying to get a nice tidy run there all over the back of CK as we head up the other side here. But yeah, now you're going to see a good example of just how much time the ballast really does lose us, because just down, obviously down the power sections as you'd expect, we really just don't have enough to hold on relative to a lot of the cars here. I found this in race 1. You know, we would be all over the back of Ryan, who had no ballast in the Chevy, and we'd be upwards of a second quicker than him through the S's, and then we'd lose a second down the straight, which was rather frustrating at the end of the day here. But yeah, all over the back of CK though, as we head out onto the back straight here. Everyone's still pretty much in the slipstream at the moment, so I don't think we're going to get much of a better run here. We do get a nice shift though up into 6th gear there, and you can see CK is going to try and play defensive in towards the braking zone there. We're just going to be a little bit later on the brakes around the outside. It's going to move to the inside for the final corner of the lap there, and yet now we slot up into P11 in this race there. So we're basically back to where we started once again in this race here. And like I said, this one's probably going to be damage limitation. Like I said, it was costing us a good 3/4 of a second around this circuit at the end of the day, so really struggling in terms of raw pace with the ballast. As you can see though, Ryan GTI into the wall through the final couple of corners there. That's not what he needed in the second race of the night there, and yeah, that's going to mean he's going to lose out on a lot of points here. I think this was only his debut race there, but there's going to be a huge pile-up at the final corner there, and myself and Brandy, the no-break life, is going to mean we move all the way up into P6 there, so P11 to P6 in the space of 3 corners. Can't really complain all too much about that one there, and yeah, that's certainly been a blessing that we desperately needed in this third and final race of the night there, because I mean, against a lot of the Chevys we were going to struggle to be able to do much else against them at the moment there. You can see Zesty Afro and Ghostly as we head through in towards the end of lap 11 here. Not really much had happened over the last couple of laps. We had moved ourselves up into P5, but once again it was just another car having issues at the end of the day there. As we head down in towards the final braking zone of the lap there, we're going to try and get a good run at the final corner. You can see Bomb Drop there, that was who had the issues, was still struggling to limp back to the pit lane there. But Ghostly and Zesty Afro going side by side through the final couple of corners here. That could open up a run for myself there, and that's exactly what it has done there. We're going to be able to have a look up the inside of Ghostly as we head down in towards turn 1 there. Side by side with Zesty Afro as well there, but luckily he gives us the room. And yeah, we slot up past Ghostly. Can we potentially still hold on to the run though in towards the next braking zone there? We give him a squeeze over the curbs there, and yeah, we do hold on then to P4 of the race here, all over the back of Zesty Afro. Not too sure what that line is, I'll be honest with you, but yeah, as we head out through the final couple of corners of the S's there, we're going to be able to get a really good run out up the hill there. We're going to be able to have a look up the inside. No, we switch back to the outside as we head down this short straightaway here, breaking down in towards the next couple of corners. I'll be able to get the run. No, he gives us a squeeze out onto the grass there. We almost come back on. Well, there was a lot of contact there with Ghostly, but we do about keep it tidy in at the end there. And now it's going to be a drag race up the back straight, and you can just see we actually got a slightly better run off the exit of the corner there, but still with the ballast, that Chevy. Normally it's a pretty even drag race between us until we get up to about 150 miles an hour, but this time around about 130 would be the difference there. And then Ghostly, you can see, pulling at least 50 feet as we head down the back straightaway here. And yeah, that is quite a difficult margin to really negate at this stage of the day there. As we head at the final couple of corners though, once again it's going to be deja vu there. Zesty Afro and Ghostly going side by side through the final couple of corners there. Are they going to keep it a bit tidier this time? No, even more contact made between the pair of us, and that might once again open up a move. No, Ghostly goes defensive this time around. He's going to be a little late on the brakes there. There's actually going to be contact between the pair of them there, and that is hopefully going to mean we can have a look up the inside there. We've certainly got the run in towards the next braking zone there. We try to give him a bit of a squeeze, but we're going to give him the room down the hill there, ride it over the curbs, and that is going to mean now we move up into P3 of the race. There are a little bit of weird Forza laggy physics contact there. Luckily, we survive that one and live to fight another day there as we head out on towards this short straight where, though, you can see now we're at the head of this train. We've got Blackout and Ash that pull out a huge margin at this stage of the race as well there. But to be honest, you know, Ghostly, as long as he can get a good run at this next corner there, he's probably going to be able to get a good, you know, opportunity down this next straight over there. As you can see, only got about a 30-foot margin, and yeah, if anything previously in this race is to go by, we're not going to hold on to that for very long here. You can just see how quick that Chevy is down the straights, especially against an Audi with a ballast there. You know, 30 feet, we actually got a better run off the corner as well there, and Ghosty's still able to have a look up the inside there. I think that's Mulsanne as well, thinking about making it 3 wide in towards the braking zone there, but we do hold it round the outside. It moves to the inside for the second part there, and now I'll be able to get a run at the final couple of corners. I think we're going to be side by side through the final corner here. Who is going to hold on to this one there? Ghosty tries to give me the squeeze there, almost a bit of Forza laggy contact there. Mulsanne tries to have a look up the inside there. Ghostly is giving me the squeeze as we head in towards the first braking zone there, but we try to be late on the brakes there. Mulsanne thinks about having a look up the inside there, but we just about balance it out and hold on in the middle there. Not often does the car in the middle make it work, but this time around we did stay on top, and yeah, that was us holding on to P3 at this stage of the day there. And luckily for me, I think at the moment there you can see just how much time the others had lost by fighting through the S's there. We have been able to pull out a little bit of a margin as we head on towards the final lap of this race there. Blackout had got past Ash as well here, but obviously those two guys are really my title rivals in this series. At the moment, we're just trying to focus on pulling out as many points as we can over Luca here at the end of the day. LSE and Mulsanne, because, you know, he's second in the title. I think, yeah, Brandy and CK third and fourth there. They're about 50, 60 points back at the moment, so we've still got to obviously worry about those guys as well here. But yeah, really just trying to stay consistent and score good, solid points every single race here at the moment. And just try to outscore Mulsanne as best as possible here, week in, week out. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not looking for miracles one week. I'm just trying to remain consistent, and, you know, 5-10 points each race, you know, sort of 15-20 points each week is certainly going to add up over the rest of the championship. Some weeks, you know, we won't be able to pull out any points. It'll pretty much even out. Some weeks, obviously, we'll lose out points as well to win. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're just trying to pull out, you know, a few points here and there as best as possible here at the end of the day. But as we head down in towards the final braking zone of the race, so it looks like it is going to be P3 there. I think Blackout is basically coming across the line now to take home, I think, his second race. No, it was only his first race win of the night. There have been 3 cars from 3 teams, and obviously 3 drivers there picking up all 3 race victories at the end of the day, though. Ash comes through for P2. Mulsanne would take a good 8-9 tenths out of us on that final lap. Really does go to show how much this Audi S3 was losing with the ballast there. But it is going to be P3 at the end of the day. There are 1 minute 24.6 as my fastest lap in at the end there. Really not anything to write home about there. But yeah, Blackout takes home the race victory ahead of Ash, myself, Mulsanne, Ghostly, CK, Brandy, Ryan, Brayley, and Phased Intro rounds out the top 10 there at the end of the day. Means in terms of the points that we had built up at a 50-point margin, I think, if I'm not mistaken, over Mulsanne as we head into next week's racing as well. I'll just quickly grab up the points before we head to Suzuka, ready for this next week out here in OMA. Yeah, going into Suzuka, we have got a 58-point margin over Mulsanne there, and a 84-point margin over CK and Brandon there. They were actually both tied as well there, and then it was Deck Evans on 190 there, with Blackout already up to P6 at the end of the day there, and Ash into P8 there on just under half my points as we head in towards the halfway stage of the season there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Nonetheless, do get yourself subscribed if you're new around here and you do want to see more highlights from OMA. We will be back next time out at Suzuka, where the chance of rain is looking very, very likely there. So how we will fare with that, we will wait and see. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys next time for another video.